If you struggle finding the right people to surround yourself with, or you're finding the people that are around you are draining your energy, I am going to share the invaluable skill of defining your inner circle. You don't change if the people around you don't change. In high school, I was also really insecure. I lived in a broken household. Hey folks, I'm Vin. I use they, them, theirs pronouns, and this is the Venn diagram dedicated to the intersection of my life experiences. This video is about the law of the inner circle. This video is about the law of the inner circle, which is one of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership by John C. Maxwell. The rest of the laws in this book are great too, but this is one that I really want to narrow in on, and I have a few more videos coming up about friendships and maintaining those or making them as well in the next coming weeks. So stay on the lookout for that. But before I get into it, would you be willing to hit that subscribe button? Because that would really help me out, because 80% of people that watch aren't subscribed, and I'd really love to know that there are people watching and listening to this stuff, and it's just not me into a void. I'll let you do that. Thank you. Why am I making this video? I'm making this video because I wanted to make this video because I have seen people surround themselves with the wrong kind of circle, people confusing history with somebody, closeness in the now, and people becoming stagnant in their relationships. I have also seen that people do not seek new friendships enough, do not seek new perspectives enough. The fact of the matter is, you don't change if the people around you don't change. Leave a fire emoji comment if that resonated with you. Hey, I also want you to know that I have a newsletter called the Muoviti newsletter, and Muoviti means to move in Italian. I was born in Italy and it represents the movement of my life. But the newsletter is dedicated to productivity and wellness, and so I'm providing people with tips, ways for them to improve themselves, but also give them a sense of humanity in their week to week. So if you're interested in that, go in the description below. All right, back to me in the video. Here's what I want you to get out of this video. I want you to think critically about the future that you want, and if the people around you are going to help you get there. I want you to overcome this fear of losing people in the process of finding the right ones. I want you to be so joyful and challenged by the people around you that you become the best version of yourself that is possible. So let me help you do that. So let's define this law. The law of the inner circle essentially states that the people around you determine your level of success. I'm sure that you've heard that phrase, that you're the average of the 5 people that are closest to you. And while this is true, I want to asterisk that and add something from Sahil Blue, who's like a productivity YouTuber thinker that I follow. And he says that you are the average of the best and worst traits of those people around you just as much. And that makes sense. People that you spend the most time with have a huge influence on what you hear, what you see, and what you do. My best friends are the ones that I can be very vulnerable with in the conversations that we have, but also they're the ones that can give me real feedback and call me out on my BS. And also, I can talk about them just because we have that level of comfort. If I can't be 100% of who I am in every direction of my personality around you, you're probably not in my inner circle. I've had to filter out my friends based on how much myself I can really be around them and how much truth they can take from me, because I'm very blunt and that is not for everybody. So choose wisely. And in the framework of a team and employees, Ned Barnholt talks about 3 kinds of people. Those who get it immediately and are off and running with it, those who are skeptical and not sure what to do with it, those who start out negative and hope it'll go away. Of these, which kind of these workers do you want working for you? And of these, who would you want your friend to be? In the workplace, I have always strived to be able to pick things up and run with them. If I'm in the right position, I am self-motivated, hungry, and I want to do a great job. What kind of team do you want? And how can you use this framework of the inner circle to get the company that you want to accomplish the mission that you want to accomplish? Here's some changes that I want you to think about. Defining an inner circle requires you thinking about the characteristics that you want out of the people that surround you. It is also important to recognize that your inner circle can change over time according to the needs of your life, and that's okay. High school me grew up in a neighborhood that is predominantly Mexican and a lot of immigrant, like intergenerational households around me. That is like the basis of a lot of my friendships, is these people understood this about my life and I understood this about their life as a commonality. In high school, I was also really insecure. I lived in a broken household, and if I'm being honest, I could really only think about the next day and not much longer past that. In college, I really needed people around me that were focused in school and probably partied a little less. But because college is kind of just this giant space of so many people, it was hard for me to figure out that that's what I really needed. So who do you want to be surrounded by right now? My inner circle needs to be people who are really self-motivated and ambitious. People that just want to improve themselves on a daily basis. I want to be surrounded by people who continuously want to evolve because I continuously want to evolve. And I'm looking specifically for those kinds of people because I want to be held accountable to my word and to my dreams. I also want to be called out for my excuses. As driven as I am, you can imagine that I can be very convincing in terms of like, oh, I don't need to do that. I'm good. I already did X, Y, and Z. I make a lot of excuses and I'm very good at justifying them. So I also want to be around people that are emotionally intelligent and not just emotional. While it is certainly possible to have a lot of friends, even a lot of good friends, there's going to be a very small circle, very small group of people that are your inner circle. It is possible to have great care for many people in your life, but remember that only a certain few will show up when you need them and before you even need to ask them for help. Now that I've shared some of my experiences and some of my requirements for my inner circle, here's some guiding questions from the book for you to think about. Think of all the people in your life. Make a list of 10 people, 10 of who you deem your most inner circle. What is their character made out of? Do they share your values? Are they an excellent representation of those values or just average? Do they have integrity? Can they be honest, truthful, and follow through on their word? Do they have a positive attitude? And that doesn't mean that they don't have bad things happen to them, but rather can they thrive despite the conditions that are challenging them? Are you energized or depleted by being around them? And what does their self-talk look like? Are they adaptable to life? Are they able to improvise? Can they make decisions effectively? And are they able to do it with kindness? Do they exhibit loyalty? Are they able to work with others with respect? Do they believe in your mission? And are they able to support you in the ways that you really need? So, who's in your inner circle? List their names, different list now. Write how they contribute to you and what they're trying to accomplish in their life. What is their potential to contribute in your life? Look for holes and also duplications. And are there ways that you can connect people to one another? And when you look at that list, look at what else you want and fill the gaps. In general, humans are very risk averse. They keep the same friends because changing them is a risk. It's a risk to be vulnerable to new people. It's a risk to lose old friends for new ones. But I guarantee you that it's a risk that you need to be willing to take because you deserve the best people around you. Risk is rooted in fear. Never base your decisions on the fear of something going wrong. Frame it instead as an opportunity to find good people. And don't think that this whole video is about me saying replacing the people in your life. You might not have to. It doesn't mean you have to replace all of them either. You might just be missing a few here and there. This video is much more about taking a look at who you are, who you want to be, and making sure that those people are in alignment with the person that you want to become. So as I said earlier in this video, choose wisely. And if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.